eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joining us now with some other stories of interest at the Capitol this weekend. For the first time in his administration, the governor has broken out the veto pen. Tell me about it.
That's right. He vetoed a bill that created a task force to look at the idea of creating an ombudsman's program for home-based and community-based services for the developmentally disabled. Over the last several years, those clients have been moved from institutional centers back into their home communities and are receiving services there. An ombudsman would serve sort of as a bridge between the clients and the service providers and the state to make sure that the appropriate services were being delivered and delivered well. We have this on the nursing home side of things. But Governor Stitt said rather than creating a task force, he would like his cabinet to look at this issue and then make recommendations to the governor and to the legislature to address the situation. As you said, it's his first veto. It's always the one people watch for. And we see that the governor's really probably going to put some credence and value in his cabinet in addressing these type of situations, rather than letting the legislature create task force and study groups.
Now, on the other hand, he's actually signed several bills this week as well, including one that would lead to new discoveries in missing person cases. What's the details on that?
That's right. Attorney General Mike Hunter unveiled the idea for this legislation back in August, and it utilizes a national database called NamUs, where information about missing persons is inputted into this database so that it can be matched with other information gathered from across the United States to help identify missing persons. This was the same program that was used to find Francine Frost, a woman from Tulsa, whose body had been discovered near Muskogee several years ago, but for more than 30 years her family did not know that she was deceased.
Now, one of the first appropriation bills has been approved by the Senate that would help replenish the infrastructure fund. What are the specifics of that?
Yes, this fund is used by counties to improve and repair roads and bridges in their areas. For the last several years, lawmakers facing a budget crisis have taken $230 million out of that fund. This bill puts $30 million back into the fund so that they can begin to have reserves to improve their roads and bridges.
Okay, very good. Sean, that's all the time we have today, but thank you very much for your time as always.
You're very welcome.